All right, good morning. It is 12:21. I don't even know what today's date is, but it's Friday. No, now it's Saturday. July. End of July, 23rd, I think. So, I'm just doing some cleaning. Thought I'd show. It's 12:21. Can't go to sleep. I was up very late last night and slept in today quite a bit. So, you can't properly clean out your fridge unless you properly clean out your fridge, which means you gotta take everything out. You know what I'm saying? And this is all I can take out for now. And of course, those three drawers are out, but that bottom one's not out yet. And I mean, when you pull that out, look at the mess back there. That's underneath that drawer. So that's disgusting. So that's all going to have to get done and cleaned. And I don't know if this part even comes out. I'll probably just have to come in and wipe it down, just like wiping down all this stuff. But I've got these two left, and then these three left, and then what's in there. And that's just the fridge. But what's gotten done already tonight is basically, that's all that's getting done. This is the only way I know how to do it. Otherwise, I'll mentally freak out trying to get it done. I got to make sure when I'm done washing it, I got to put it somewhere where it can sit and dry, so I can kind of keep moving on. The problem is, I'm not going to feel comfortable putting any of that back in until everything is wiped down and clean. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. It's going to be funky, and then you got this thing, the freezer, which did go out on us the other day. It was clicking. The motor was clicking. And, I went on YouTube and it said to unplug it for 24 hours and see if that's the problem. So we did that and it worked. So everything's back to normal. And I just keep these are the things that they send me when they send me my insulin. They're just ice packs, and I just keep on holding them because I've got coolers out there galore that I can put these things in. And right now I've got room for them. So, no big deal. So it is what it is. So I think I showed you moving this stuff out here so we'd have more room in the kitchen, which obviously I've got the room in the kitchen now. I think Bailey did a video earlier on this circle stuff, which is flavored drink bottles, which is pretty cool. We'll see how they work out. I always have a water bottle with me no matter what anyway, so having some flavor every so often is nice. Plus you can turn it all the way down so that it just goes back to tasting like water if you get tired of the flavors. But, I'm not sure what all I showed you, but that's finally kind of gotten cleaned off to a point. The rest of them are in the back room. This thing is full of the containers because we're going to have to find lids for all of them, and then they are going to have to find a home where the lid and the container can stay there together or get thrown out, one of the two. So I think I told you before, I put the two long parts of the bed together, plus there's an ottoman at each end for both of them, and it's all tied together, which makes it pretty solid. There's even things in the middle so that Ali, when she gets up and moves around, she don't step and go in between. So that's pretty cool. And then I know I told you about this, but I don't think I showed you. The couch is basically here under the TV. So, guests come over and they want to sit down and talk. We just pull the material thing off of it. Should be clean enough for everybody to sit down, and but we don't have guests that often anyway, so who cares? So anyway, all the lights in the house now are Wi-Fi. They work by the phone. I can turn them off. I can turn them on. Electrical sockets, I've got several of them that I can turn off and turn on, like for the air conditioner. And I've got thermostats that let me know what the temperature is in the room all by phone. So like in here, if we're gone and it gets too hot, central air is not working currently, so we're not going to spend thousands to get it fixed. We've had that window air conditioner in there for a long time, and it it's not perfect, but it does okay. We have one in the bedroom as well, and we have another one if we need to put it in Bailey's room, but so far her room hasn't gotten that bad. But I've got little thermostats in every room. I've also got one in the RV, and it lets me know where the temperature's at. And it actually sends me, like if it gets to a certain temperature, I've got them set up to where they go to a certain temperature. It sends me a message, and that way, no matter where I'm at, I can just click the button on the phone and it'll turn the air conditioner on from wherever I'm at. So, and then I can keep checking on it to make sure that the temperature is going down. So it lets me know that the dogs are in good shape and they're not going to be too hot. You know, in the wintertime, hopefully it'll work just as well where they won't be too cold. And then we've had some problems with Ali going to the bathroom. So, in the house. And I think she's having problems because, I mean, I've watched on the cameras and she's having trouble going down the steps. But I've got a camera there to kind of see in the living room. I mean, it will turn all the way around into this room. But I've also got that one that sees into the kitchen and can turn all around and see into this room. And then another one up here, which can see into the kitchen all the way or back into this room all the way. And then downstairs, you can see I've got the one sitting right there on the thing, and then up top right there's another one, so it shows me the stairs completely, and it shows me the floor completely, which I need to see when the dogs come in, you know, in and out, because Ali has a tendency to want to go to the bathroom right on these steps. I don't think she can make it all the way down. When I watch her on camera now, she struggles to get down the stairs. Up the stairs she seems to be okay with, but down the stairs she's struggling a little bit. So, and then, well, you know what, I don't have any, it'll turn the camera off if I switch out. I don't know, you probably can't see none of that, but I can switch the lights on outside from my phone. Of course, I can't be recording something. But the pool, we do have another pool, we got it out there, it was really cheap. And I have lights in the yard, which I can now, if I want to turn on the lights and go mow the yard, at least in the back anyway. And that's only part of it. Need more to light it up completely, but at some point, come on Lucy, Lucy, let's go. The way that I get at nighttime sometimes, and I get real energetic like I am tonight, you know, I want to go out there and maybe get the yard mowed because it'll need it, and I'll be able to do that if I need to, at least the back. I don't know if I'll put lights like that out in the front in the side yard yet, but I'm trying to do everything like extremely cheap. Like I'm finding really, really cheap ways to do this stuff, so it's not costing me a bunch of money. So anyhow, in my chair, which I got super cheap, like I couldn't believe the deal that I got on it when I was checking on them, because it's a Lazy Boy, which I really, really wanted a Lazy Boy because of the way that they recline and stuff. And I actually found it at another furniture store, and they were getting ready to get rid of it, so I got it really cheap. So anyway, there's been quite a few changes. I've been fairly busy, and but sometimes I still get stumped and not very productive, but other times I'm getting quite a bit done. So my problem is the stuff that's been overwhelming me for a long time. Like I want all of this stuff to be perfect. I want everything to have a place, and there's a lot to mess with. You know, I just can't throw stuff out. I'm not wired that way. I have to go through it, make sure it's something I'm not going to need before I throw it out, and then if I am going to keep it and I do need it, I have to find a place for it. So there's a lot to do. You know, I still got to finish up here, and I mean, this is just the living room and the kitchen and the kind of the dog room that I've gotten to. I still got the bedrooms, the bathroom up here, the basement downstairs, the whole basement downstairs. I'm going to end up, I can just feel it, I'm going to end up putting a floor down in the other part of the basement. I just can't take it anymore. I'm going to have to do it cheap, obviously, but you know, and that's the other problem, you know, having to wait to know I can afford to get the stuff I need to get to be able to do it, and then being in the right mood to be able to do it when I can't afford to get the stuff to do it. It's very hard to make all this come together so I get done what needs to get done. So then I've got the garage, and then I've got the two tents that are out there, kind of not that big a deal. You know, there's not a whole lot in those, so, and I'm not, you know, doing a bunch of stuff to those anyway. I mean, at some point, if I can afford it, I might put rock down, you know. Probably would be stupid to do that, because if the tents ever, you know, get torn up and I just can't have them up anymore, we'll have spots of rock in my yard, which unless I get another tent, you know. So I don't know what I'll do. I just have to think that through at the time. I've got the front porch I want to clean off, and so there's just, and then the RV. I want the RV. I mean, it's just like there's so much that runs in my mind. This is all what runs in my mind constantly, and sometimes it gets overwhelming to the point where I just like, you know what, I just can't do it. I can't do it today, so I'm just gonna lay down and forget about it, and I'll just keep thinking about it. Eventually, my mind will put stuff together categorically to the point where it's like, okay, today I can get up and do it. Whereas for months I couldn't, and then all of a sudden, boom, one day it'll just kind of come together, and it'll be like, you know what, I know what to do with this now. After thinking about it for sometimes months, sometimes years, sometimes a day or two, you know, it'll finally come together where I can figure out how I can actually get up and manage dealing with it. So, you know, it is what it is. At least I'm being productive at this point. For a long time, I've been just laying around not doing anything, ignoring all this stuff, thinking about it, but ignoring it. And I did have a change of medication, so I think that that's helped, you know, quite a bit. Could just be the time of year. It seems like I do get a little bit more productive during this time of year, but I don't know. So I'm trying to figure it all out. I know I don't want to be lazy just because I want to be lazy. I want to be productive. I just mentally sometimes, like, if I can't do it the way I know I want it to be done, it just overwhelms me and drives me nuts. And you know, I'm learning that this is an ADHD problem. So I never realized it before, and I really put a lot of pressure on myself and stress on myself when I would get in these modes and moods, and I couldn't push through it to be productive. When I was younger, eventually I could, but I'm 52, and it's harder to push through when something gets this messy and overwhelming. It's harder as you get older, obviously, to get up and do a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Eventually, hopefully I can get to the point before I die where I can have everything perfectly where I want it to be, and even though I know it'll never be perfect, because as soon as you get it somewhere, you're going to have to move and deal with something. But I mean, I want to have things in place to mentally be able to deal with those things, I guess you could say. So I know that once I get an area perfect, I'm going to use something in that area, but there's going to be a place to take it from and to put it back to and stuff like that. That's what I'm looking for. You know, and if I can't do that, then I mentally get just where I don't know what to do with something. So if I can't figure out mentally what to do with it, then I just let it go and ignore it, and, you know, move on to the next thing that bugs me, or try to put something on the TV so my mind will quiet down because I just can't deal with it. So when I get productive, I get really productive, it seems like. But it only lasts for certain periods of time, and I think once I get it all done, I'll definitely feel free to be way more productive all the time, but I won't know until I get there. So anyway, that's what's happening for now, and I guess that is all I have. And we'll see you.